my way to Whitney's and Mason's home inspection. We have the home inspector coming. We have the termite and pest control guy coming to check for termites, because here in Arizona, termites is not something, will I get it, it's when you'll get it, because here in Arizona they're very prevalent. So we need to make sure the property is clear of those. And then we also have the roofer either coming today or sometime this week. He said he would be there. He couldn't give me a time because they are all going to be there today. And we are going to do the home inspection. We did a fabulous job on the offer. We asked for about, they just lowered the house $10,000 the day that we made the offer. Then we go in and we offer a little bit less than what we ended up getting. We ended up getting $4,000 off the asking price. And with a couple of counters, we ended up getting them to pay also for the closing costs. So that's about $4,500. And they're paying for the home warranty. So by all of this, we're close at $9,000. So that was nice that the sellers were willing to bend a little bit, because in this market, the sellers aren't bending too much because our inventory is low. So with it being low, they know they have the upper hand in asking, you know, pretty much what they want, as long as it's within market value, because we still have to consider that we haven't did the appraisal. The appraisal won't happen until after we do the inspections. And so we make sure that doesn't happen, because the buyer has to pay it up front. Appraisal is anywhere from $425 to about $475, depending on which appraiser and what type of loan. It seems like VA loans are a little bit higher than the rest of them. So we have to kind of consider that as a factor in all of this. So what we're doing is we're doing the home inspections. We're going to make sure it's pretty cool, and then we'll give a BINSR, which is a document that we give it to the seller. So we are going to ask for whatever it is that we think we need to have fixed. So we'll kind of see what happens today with the inspections, and then Whitney and Mason and I will sit down and go over what's been said, and then they can discuss with each other and decide exactly what it is that they would like to ask for on the BINSR, if anything. So it's really up to them and how they want to handle this. I'm pretty flexible. There's some things I'm flexible, some things it's mandatory that I feel like the seller needs to pay, period. So we will close this off for now. And that was a great inspection. There was very little bit on the report. Their home inspector, Jim, he found a few of the GFIs were not, the plug-ins were not GFI protected, so 3 of those need to be replaced. The kitchen sink faucet, the sprayer doesn't return back to the other mode, so it has something to do with the air pressure on that one. So we're going to ask for that to be replaced, and the other stuff is just minor, so we're not going to worry about that. The termite inspector came back with a clean report. That's fabulous. He did note a little bit of algae growing on the trim, and you'll see that on the video part of this inspection report that we're kind of giving to you guys. And then the roofer is going to be there any minute to do the roofing inspection, and we'll hear from what he has to say via email, because we're no longer at the property right now. We have left, and we don't need to be there for the roofer, because he just needs to be on the outside of the property on the roof to check it out. So we'll get his report tomorrow. Everything else is great, and now we just have to jump through one more hurdle, and that would be the appraisal. And if we get a good appraiser, we should be good to go. Otherwise, they may come back and say the house is not appraised, and that's kind of not a true statement, because now it's below market value since they got it at the price that they did. So we will address that in a couple of weeks when it happens. Other than that, we are good to go. On to the next step.